Well, it's been about 800 years since Stranger Things Season 4 came and went and changed everything forever. We met Vecna, the least intimidating villain of all time. Like, why is this dude kind of built like 1960s Batman, you know what I mean? The Upside Down broke through into the real world all around Hawkins, and everything's all topsy-turvy and widdershins. There's something hilarious about how Stranger Things is Netflix's biggest flagship show, and yet it takes them so long to make 9 episodes. They spent all that time and budget on this nightmare de-aging technology. Like, Season 5 starts right out with a de-aged Will back when he was first in the Upside Down.
Come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
You know, like in screenshots, maybe it doesn't look that bad, but when you see it in motion, like, this kid's face is terrifying. It looks like a Mr. Beast thumbnail. Something ain't right here. The same thing happened in Wednesday Season 2, where like Wednesday's face was literally not attached to her body, like at all. What is happening? This is what my dreams felt like when I bought melatonin from a gas station once, and never again. Anyway, so cutting ahead to modern day, and by that I mean 1987. Their town has now been taken over by the military, who came in and made it look like The Last of Us, you know what I'm saying? They covered up that giant ectoplasm upside down crevice, and now everyone's just supposed to like go about their day like this all just didn't happen. All the main characters look like they're in their mid-30s now, having gone from this in 1983 to this in 1987. Nancy and Jonathan are 1 year out of high school, just really roughing them, I tell you what. But hey, you know, it's what the 80s did to people. Remember those old Wilford Brumley diabetes commercials? Like, this dude was probably like 28, you know? And so here we are now in Season 5. Robin and Steve run a little pirate radio station on the outskirts of the area, playing all the hottest hits and dropping even hotter gossip. WHAK, The Quiet Storm.
I'm stuck here with you, my fellow quarantine compatriots. And if I can be brutally honest, I couldn't be happier. Why would you want to live anywhere else? I mean, what town on Earth can match our very impressive military to civilian ratio?
What? I can't think of a less appropriate sound effect for what you just said.
Very impressive military to civilian ratio.
You know, I really need someone to follow me around and just do this every time I tell a story. So then I found a note in my locker and it said, meet me in the physics room after school, heart, heart, Jessica. And then when I went there, it was actually her boyfriend and his friends, and they beat me up.
That's right, Rockin' Robin has a date, ladies and gentlemen.
But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. You know what's a great gift to give anyone? Education. No, but seriously, maybe your mom's always wanted to learn how to do that thing, or maybe your dad's retired and he wants to get back into woodworking or whatever, you know what I mean? Giving the gift of a Skillshare membership is a great idea for literally anyone. The great thing about Skillshare is that you can learn pretty much anything from a wide variety of teachers, so you can find the exact right fit for you. I've been digging into this one here, Learn Indie Filmmaking by Making a Short Film. It's perfectly paced, explains every step, what you need, how to use whatever you already have, and the really fun part about Skillshare classes is that every class is like its own little online community group where you can chat with other people taking the same class, you can share projects and share ideas together, give each other tips. There's so much more with Skillshare than just learning. It's really more about bringing ambitious, creative people together and not just learning a skill, but really more like enriching your life as a whole. Learn, create, come together with Skillshare. The first 500 people who use my link in the description or scan the QR code here will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. You got nothing to lose. Okay, back to the show.
That's right, Rockin' Robin has a date, ladies and gentlemen. They know who they are. That is, if you're listening, which I hope you are, because this next one, it's for you, babe.
Stuck in the back of the car, why do we gotta drive so far? I just wanna go home and hang out with my real friends. No one knows how hard it's been since I finally turned 14 on a family trip with my mom and her stupid boyfriend. Gotta fake a smile when I look up from my phone, gotta pretend it's all okay, but I just wanna say, shut up, you're not my real dad. 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 Don't tell me Stuck in the back of the car. Do you even know where we are? We've driven past that same Waffle House at least 6 times. You keep trying to talk to me, always talking but never listening, and telling me that I should show more appreciation. Shut up, you're not my real dad. 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 Stuck in the back of the car.
Now, cutting over to our other main characters, Mike and friends are trying to go about life as normal, you know, going to school, ingesting all the best mystery meat slop that was probably like 80% microplastics anyway, which definitely explains my brain damage, I'll tell you that. Dustin over here is just rocking the most insane mullet anyone's ever seen. Like, no one has ever 80s harder than this kid is right now.
Because I thought I was pretty damn clear when I said I didn't want to see you in that shirt.
Yeah, well, you also told me to stop screwing your mom, and that didn't stop me to... Remember that time my sister kicked her balls so hard you limped for a week?
I say kick away. Stop this meathead from reproducing and further infecting the world with his unique brand of idiocy.
You know, I bet that line sounded way better in your head, my dude. I bet you practiced that in the shower so many times. But yeah, so like I said, given recent events, all the main characters just want to lay low as best they can and not attract any suspicion from the fuzz.
I think you're fighting 2 battles and you need to be fighting 1.
Mike's right, Dustin. What if you get hurt? Remember what Hop said. We need to keep our heads down. Follow the rules. Blend in.
Stay focused on our next crawl.
Do you even hear yourselves right now? Blend in. Follow the rules. That's not what we've ever done.
You know, I've probably said this before in like other videos, but I always find this kind of stuff to be so hilarious. Like something completely insane just happened and we're all just supposed to like go back to normal life. Like in the Persona games, for example, when it's like Lucifer and Shiva and all the gods and demons, they're totally real and they're all under the city right now. But guys, we gotta pass our English test. Like, no, dude, my Antonia can wait, okay? So 11 is currently missing because she's in hiding with Hopper practicing her cool new parkour skills. Wow, this will definitely come in really handy when you go up against Vecna in America Ninja Warrior. The heck is all this for? Okay, so one day, today actually, a certain special little truck pulls up to Robin's like radio shack. Oh, that's why they called the store that.
Gatorade for Elle's battery.
So say Gatorade?
But I don't think it's gonna go too well with peanut butter.
Oh, God, I miss these things.
Oh, so now you're okay with delivering food and goods to kids in a military-occupied area. Huh, interesting.
And for the station manager, the reason for my premature delivery.
Hey man, don't worry about it. Happens to the best of us.
That's a lot of cargo.
I figure a supply drop this big takes 2 hours minimum.
Which gives Hopper plenty of time for a crawl.
So a crawl is when the military goes into the upside down because they have that giant portal, you know? And when they do that, our main characters run like a giant operation where Hopper sneaks onto a truck and goes inside to do some recon and see if they can find out where Vecna is or just, you know, just got like a better idea of like what's going on in there. Okay, so ignoring all of that for just a second here, let me tell you about Holly. Holly is Mike's little sister who up to now has done literally nothing whatsoever. But you see, earlier today, she was playing out on the playground, doing all the cool games 5th graders do, you know, like the hand slap thing where you change every other word to be like booger or something. My humor hasn't really evolved much since then, to be honest. Anyway, so while she's playing, something a little weird happens.
Hi.
Is it your...
So apparently this has been happening for like quite a while now, where Holly has this like special friend that no one can see, but he's totally real, guys, okay? He lives up in Canada, you wouldn't know him. And so naturally, everyone's a little concerned because, you know, she has this imaginary friend, but like, she's not 5 anymore, okay? She's like 10 or 7, 14? I don't know, man. To me, everybody under like 19 looks like they were born 3 weeks ago.
Mystery friend again?
He's only trying to help. He says that there are monsters in Hawkins.
I know you're scared because of everything that's happened. I get scared sometimes too.
No, you don't.
Like that mouth breather in your class, he probably wets his bed every night.
Hey, whoa, listen, okay? Also, can I just say, Holly has like the huskiest voice of any 10-year-old in the history of anything.
What's a dungeon crawl?
Basically, he explores these underground worlds where he fights monsters and evil wizards and sorcerers and stuff. So maybe the next time you get scared, you don't need this Mr. What's-It. Maybe you just need Holly the Heroic.
Holly the heroic.
Like, why is her voice lower than his? Why is Mike's sister such a giga-chad? So, before they do the crawl that night, Lucas and Will go to visit Max, who's unconscious in the hospital as per the events of last season, when they single-handedly revived Kate Bush's entire career. Will leaves Lucas alone with Max and goes out of the room by himself with his newfound confidence from finally having a real gosh darn haircut instead of whatever this travesty was. Joyce finally hung up those cereal bowls and dog clippers for the last time. I've done all I could. The rest is up to you, William.
So sorry. So, is there any chance I could get this?
And of course, he's surprised, but also jealous because, like, why couldn't that be him and Mike, or him and Danny Phantom, or me and the entire cast of Totally Spies circa season 7? Yeah, so as per the end of last season, Robin is now getting all with Anne of Green Gables, but of course it's the 80s, so they have to keep it all kind of secret,
Enzos? Okay, how exactly are we going to be able to afford that?
You mean how am I going to afford it? Because you, my dear, are paying for nothing.
Double how, then?
I stole some money off the dead guy they just wheeled at you.
Yeah, okay, that's really great, Robin, but more importantly, what the heck is up with these shoulders? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were this gay. But anyway, so finally, it's time to do the crawl. A slight tangent here, but like every transition in the show is just like the loudest boom sound you've like ever heard.
Who's lost his damn mind?
Like someone on the sound team is just having the time of their life, I'll tell you what. Anyway, so all the kids start getting into position. Hopper's making his way down to the tunnels, and of course, Joyce is always scared he won't come back, and maybe this is the last time she'll ever see him.
Try to get back to me in one piece, okay?
Yeah, okay, how about you try not to steal anything even though you're a millionaire? My dude, that was one time! Everyone steals from Claire's, okay? Anyway, so they start the crawl, Hopper goes inside, everything's fine until it's not, and then a Demogorgon attacks, everything's going all haywire, Will starts making that Lily Rose Depp face, everything's going crazy.
Will!
Now, what ends up happening is the Demogorgon rips its way into the real world, or the right side up, or whatever it's called, because for some weird reason, it's actually hunting for Holly, of all people.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Now, by the time Mike and Nancy get there, it's too late. Holly's gone, their mom and dad are barely hanging on for dear life. Portal's just about to close, and 11 steps in to go find Hopper, and then go find Holly. And of course, Joyce is very concerned about what's going on with Will throughout all of this.
I was there. It's like I was the Demogorgon. I must have somehow tapped back into the hive mind.
But we severed the connection.
I don't think it was ever truly severed.
Of course not. Of course it wasn't. How silly would that be? This is like one of my biggest plot twist pet peeves or whatever. They'll spend all this time doing a thing, right? And then in the next season or in the next sequel movie or whatever, it's like, psych, actually we didn't do it all the way and the problem is back again. Wow, I'm so glad I got emotionally invested in this thing that didn't actually happen. Anyway, so Nancy and Mike are in the hospital waiting to see how their parents are doing. Mike gets this idea in his head that maybe Holly's imaginary friend is actually like a real dude, because honestly, that would be the least shocking thing at this point. But the only person who would know about this, besides Holly, obviously, is their mom.
Our sister, she's missing, as you know.
We think our mom has something.
Or knows something.
About our sister, about finding our sister.
Even so...
No, listen to me. Finding your mother when you did saved her life. Let's not risk it now.
But what, you think that's gonna stop Nancy over here with her new Ozempic powers?
Come on.
What are we doing?
Ignoring doctor's orders?
You just said it's too risky.
Yeah, when has that stopped us before? Besides, she smells breath. I don't trust doctors who smoke.
Yeah, I only trust boyfriends who do tons of coke. And so they steal some uniforms and pretend to be patient and nurse. Everything reminds me of her. And they make their way to their mom's hospital room to try and get at least some kind of information out of her about Holly.
Don't try to talk. It's your throat. It's gonna be okay. Just
Could you maybe write?
We think there's someone that knows where Holly is.
She calls him Mr. What's-It. Did Holly ever say if he has a first name?
Wow. That's right, Holly's imaginary friend, Mr. What's-It, as she calls him, was actually Vecna the whole time. Wow, what a totally shocking plot twist out of nowhere, what? And I feel like this is the most obvious way this could have gone. Like, did anyone think it would literally be anyone else? Like, it would have been cool if it was some new character or some, like, new person who's been locked in the Upside Down, or, I don't know, the spirit of Eddie that lives in, like, a guitar or something, whatever. And also right then, in the Upside Down, Hopper and Eleven come across something a little weird.
Holly was here. Maybe that's why I can't find her in my mind. It took her. Through the wall.
Oh, it's the giant pimple wall. Quick, get the oxy pads. Does anyone else my age remember these things from, like, you know, the 2000s or whatever? Like, what even were these? I don't think they even worked. They just melted half your face off. Going to bed every night feeling like Sloth from the Goonies. But all the same, this is more or less where Stranger Things Season 5 starts. Holly's been taken by Vecna to his upside-down childhood home place from Season 4.
Your friends first. And after, I'll save your family too, of course. I have room for everyone here.
And it's apparently surrounded by whatever the heck this is. Eleven and Hopper are stuck in the Upside Down, and Nancy and Dustin are more mullet than human now. And like, really, I just kind of feel like Stranger Things has lost so much of its identity and like what we all liked about it in the first place. I mean, I still think Season 1 was incredible television. It had such a vision, it was cohesive, it had like a perfect 80s Stand By Me, E.T., Goonies kind of thing going on, you know? Like, the plot was kind of simple, but it was told in a very engaging way, and all the mysteries about like Eleven and Papa and all that, like, it was really cool. But now, like, they're not even playing D&D anymore, and they all look like they're in their 30s now. And here in Season 5, it's like we're still doing the same stuff we've been doing for like 10 years. I feel like the world of the show itself has not really progressed much at all. Like, Will is still brainwashed by Vecna or whatever, and Eleven is still holding out her hand and yelling to solve every problem. And turns out Vecna is fine, and Season 4 was kind of pointless, I guess. And like, what are we even doing anymore at this point? The first 4 episodes are out right now. The next 4 drop on Christmas Day, and a final episode where they're probably gonna tell us that like this was all just one big D&D campaign the whole time, or some such nonsense. That's gonna drop on December 31st. So, see you all in early January. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. And hey, if you want to say hi, send me an email at alexmeyersfanmail@gmail.com. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.